Animal crackers in my soup. Do you remember the genre?
Animal crackers in my soup. Animal crackers in my soup.
Hi, welcome to Eat, Sleep, and Magic.
Where we never worked for the government.
And then my mind drifted once again to Mary Poppins Mystery Man. And I wondered if he felt the same frustration.
Is that what happens when you work for the government?
Yeah.
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Hi, everyone. How are you? Animal cracker?
Animal crackers in my soup.
Monkeys and rabbits, loop da loop. We have some good and bad news, but mostly good to us and bad for you. Surprise! Today's our season finale. We decided to, you explain it.
Take a break. Because this is some hard work.
It's really hard to be a YouTuber. I don't like it. I don't even think we're YouTubers.
I know.
It's hard to make videos and post them online consistently.
I know. But we did promise each other and ourselves that we would try and commit to this. And we did. So, good for us. Come on, you can't leave me hanging.
You left me hanging. So we are going to take kind of like a summer break. We'll be back in August.
When we do come back, you know, we'll have like a lot to share, I guess. Like a lot would be going because we have a busy summer ahead of us.
Yes, we have a busy summer ahead of us.
Stay tuned.
Yep.
But yeah, no, we're gonna definitely brainstorm more ideas to kind of spice up season 2.
Trying to spice up your life. If you're having a good time, shake it to the right.
That's the left. Thanks for sticking around, all 35 of you.
Yeah, but
I
yeah.
really appreciate it. Speaking of sticking, oh no, wait, no.
You're not supposed to make sense.
I know, but this made sense. You're the one that makes no sense. I make
Speaking of making no sense, it's time for Show and Tell Sunday, Show and Tell Sunday, Show and Tell Sunday, Show and Tell Sunday.
I like finding,
Men. Me too.
I like finding new music. I get really sick of the radio often, so I like and like my sister's the same, so she found the song and she sent it to me. He's actually quite known, but like the song is awesome. The song Resolutions by Corby. Listen to it, it's freaking amazing. I think it's his latest song that he released. All of his other stuff, Wicked, like, I don't know.
You did Wicked?
No. Can you imagine? His voice is so good, like so soothing. His style's awesome.
It's actually really good. I listen to it too.
Yeah, I love it. So listen to the song, it's great. I listen to all the songs. And bonus, he's cute AF.
Like literally, he's the background of Kathleen's phone right now.
Yeah. Harry Styles cut shafted. Excuse me. Sorry. So yeah, that's my show and tell. A
new man has entered her life. That's your Show and Tell Sunday. My Show and Tell Sunday is very important to me. If anybody knows who I am, my favorite genre of movie, you'd think like my favorite kind of movies are like chick movies, like A Walk to Remember. Like I love all that stuff. But my favorite genre of movies are superhero movies. I love them. I just like the whole story of like they save the world and
oh my gosh.
So, and I'm a really, really big fan of the Marvel franchise. I've watched all of them. Anyways, so my Show and Tell Sunday is Avengers Age of Ultron. I didn't make the movie, nor was I in it, but like I've been watching nothing else since.
Like we went to go watch it together.
I cried.
It was a really good movie though.
It was so good. I've literally been watching nothing else.
There's no life.
I have no life. I come home, I watch Age of Ultron. I go to sleep, I watch Age of Ultron. It's a shitty version. I downloaded a bootleg the night I came home. And I've been watching nothing since.
So speaking of superheroes and saving the world.
Yeah, you're getting it! Speaking of getting it, I really like your shirt.
Speaking of shirt, I hate your pants. We're matching.
We're matching. Anyways. So speaking of anyways, what are we talking about today?
We thought we should talk about our bucket list items. Most people have bucket lists, but we take them pretty seriously, I
We
guess.
take them seriously.
Like, it started with Buried Life. It really did,
It
though.
did. I love. If you don't know what the Buried Life is, I have the book. Damn it. Hang on.
So, The Buried Life. A show that used to be on MTV, and I used to watch it religiously. This is a long time ago, too, and I remember telling
This was
Leslie.
a while ago.
Yeah, I was telling Leslie about it, because I'm like, she would love this show. And then I told her about it, she started to get into it, and we were just like, oh my gosh.
I went
like,
obsessed. I actually went
She
obsessed.
went obsessed. She went obsessed, more than I did. Well, yeah, so their show was basically, like, they have a bucket list.
Of 100 things to do that they want to do before they
Where
die.
they die, and they actually completed a large number of them on the show.
So like after the show, we were really motivated and inspired to write our own bucket list.
So we would like to share them.
We'd like to
with you.
share
Some of them.
Some
Our
of them.
top, not top, just
5 random ones from our bucket list.
Okay, so my first one, I mean, in general, I just want to travel everywhere. I would love to. But one place that I really want to go to is Thailand. Like, hearing just stories or seeing pictures, like, it's such a beautiful country. It's similar to the Philippines, but like, they also have these festivals there, and like, everyone knows about this one. There's like the Lantern Festival. Like, they all light lanterns and they go all over the sky.
It's like Tangled.
Yeah. There's another festival where I forgot what it's called, but basically they just like, it's like a massive water fight. And if I'm in Thailand, I might as well just do all those all at once, right?
Yeah.
But those are the main festivals that I'd love to be part of.
Speaking of traveling, and on a lighter note, one thing that I really, really, really want to do on my bucket list is to go to Auschwitz. A very big history nut, especially when it comes to the World Wars. I could read up on that stuff for hours. Especially when it comes to the Holocaust, because as tragic as it is, I just find it so freaking fascinating at how capable we are of hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's so fascinating to me at how humans can do that to one another. It's really, really bad. So I'd like to go to Auschwitz just to see it for myself. But yeah, Auschwitz. So if you guys want to come and cry with me, let's do it.
Speaking of more traveling.
Yes.
So one of the things that are on my bucket list is to go skydiving. But I would love to go skydiving abroad. I don't know exactly where yet, but I definitely want to do it abroad. Just maybe like an exotic kind of country, something cool.
Do it in Thailand.
I could, and just do all those 3 things there. That'd be amazing.
More traveling. I'd like to really, really go to Austria. Austria, not Australia. Just because I'm a big theater nerd, so hello, Sound of Music. It's such a beautiful place, like landscape-wise, it's beautiful. Like, on my bucket list, it's number 12, and it actually says, "Sing Do Re Mi in Salzburg, Austria." And I know that that Austria does a Sound of Music tour, so Leslie's on that.
Okay, so another one. It started with like when it was. I mean, I'm a huge Toronto Raptors fan. I guess obviously because I'm from Toronto, right? But like we've been doing so well, but then after we kind of like the season was like ugh, I don't know. But regardless, they're still like my team. You know what I mean? Like I always root for them. During the time that they made the playoffs, my friend and I were like following and everything, and she's like, before I die, like I have to have courtside seats to a Toronto Raptors game. And I was like, dang, I'm like, okay, we're gonna make it happen. Once I said that, and see that's with me, like the moment it is said, it will be done. So before we die, we must, like, I don't know what the team's gonna be like in whatever years, but we are going to watch a Raptors game courtside.
How much are courtside seats?
Like, crazy expensive. I would love if Vince Carter came back to our team and then we got to witness that.
That would be cool.
That would be amazing.
Okay. This is actually number 2 on my bucket list. It's number 2, so it's really important. It's to go to a MacLeod concert. MacLeod is my favorite band. I've been obsessed with them for a very, very long time. They're the reason why I ever picked up a guitar in the first place. I know how to play guitar because of MacLeod. I know how to write music because of MacLeod. Just writing in general, I learned kind of from MacLeod. And so I've been a fan of theirs ever since, but they never tour in Canada. And I've never been to England, which is also my bucket list. Hi, number 10. It would be a dream of mine, and I'd bawl my eyes out the whole way.
Okay, so another one on my bucket list is, and this is actually one of my first one ever since I was a kid, or like in middle school, so grade 7. I've been obsessed with Ellen DeGeneres. Everybody knows who she is. It was like a routine. I would just come home, get my food prepared, sit down on the couch, and then turn on the TV and watch Ellen. And so like everyone knows, like at the beginning of her show, she does her little monologue, and then after she dances with the audience, right? And that's like my favorite part. Every time that happens, I'm on my feet and just dancing in my living room, like going off. So what's on my bucket list is to dance with Ellen, and it needs to happen because I've basically been dancing with Ellen, but through a screen. Like
just in my living room.
A screen is like separating us, so we need to come together and
dance
together. That is the dream.
My mom, she's very famous for her cakes. She makes really, really good cakes.
So good.
Yeah, she's been making cakes like forever, and I've always wanted to master her chocolate cake to continue her legacy. She's not dead. I'm sorry. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. I would like to be able to master it. Maybe it's the one thing that she'll be proud of.
Oh my gosh. This is a big one. Like, this is one that is like on the top too, I guess. Top. Is to one day have a runway show. Fashion design is like the dream basically, and it's what I want to do, but I think, because I imagine it, I picture it in my head, like one day, because that takes so much work. Like, you see all these famous designers like having runway shows all the time, like that takes a lot of work, you know, to eventually make it that far. But I guess for this bucket list though, I would love to have a runway show like during Fashion Week. So even if it's like the Canadian, like even if it's Toronto Fashion Week, that's fine. But I would love to one day, have a runway show for Fashion Week. Yeah.
My last one is, and no surprises here, is to write my own musical. Because I love musical theater. It's my favorite way to tell a story because it's theater, it's singing, it's dancing, and it's telling good stories. Like, to be able to tell a story in that way would be awesome, and to be able to write a story in that way would be extra awesome. It is number 17. Number 17, write a musical. So let's do this.
And I'll star in it.
Yeah, that's basically it. We have so many more. So much more.
That was just
a snippet.
Oh.
If you haven't seen an episode of this, you really should. I think there are a few on YouTube. But like the theme song in itself, I'll put a link somewhere here, I'll put it down below, of the theme song. It starts with Ben doing like a talkover, a voiceover, and he's saying something like, you know, if you had one day to live, what would you do? Would you do this? Would you do that? He's like, but if you had a whole lifetime to live, would you just not do it, or would your list keep getting longer? And I really, really like that. It's really inspiring. Like, don't wait until the last day to do something. Like, if you have a whole lifetime to live,
yeah, because
keep that drive.
That's something that a lot of people do, I guess, like as a game, you know, when you ask the question like, oh my gosh, you have 24 hours to live, what would you do quick? You know what I mean? And then people are like, oh my gosh, there's so many things. They shoot out a bunch of answers. Do you know what I mean? But then it's like, we have a whole lifetime, and like, how come, you know, like, all these things aren't being done? Like, people say like, oh yeah, you know, you come up with excuses, like there's things that you want to do but you never come across doing it. You know what though? You should have the mentality like, this is what I want to do, and just do it. You know what I mean? Even if it's super small, like the moment you want to do something, live it, because we have the world, like this is life, you know what I mean? And it's like, we have all these things to experience, and if you want to, you know, like, live it. The worst part is if, like, you know, you're the end of your life, and you're sitting there and you're just like wondering like, oh, if I did this, like, what would have happened? Like, don't wonder what if. You should just, if you want to do something, you do it, you know what I mean? Because in that way, now you know. Like, what if the outcome was not what you expected? It doesn't matter. The point is you cross it off and you did something that, you know, you've always wanted to do. The best part is being at the end of your life, like near the end of your life, and then you're just like, okay, like you're satisfied with everything
You're
that
ready
you've done.
to go. Yeah. So get inspired, make your list, and live your dreams. Bam. So yeah, that's our video. That's our season finale.
Season finale.
So we hope you enjoyed it so far. And
I mean, this whole YouTube thing was also kind of on our bucket list.
it was.
So it's one of those things, and I'm glad that we stayed committed to doing, you know, posting a video every single week. It was difficult because sometimes we're kind of like, what are we doing? You know, our audience is not even that big, but the point is that, like, this is something we wanted to do and we're still doing it. And so now we're going to take a bit of a break. We're going to think about it and then come stronger for season 2.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our video. That's our season finale. We hope you like it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay weird. Be yourself.
And remember, Jesus loves you when you look like this.
See you.
Bye! See you in
August. We'll see you in August. Bye.